finally upgraded the camera, so hopefully we should be getting a little bit better picture quality. I've been messing around with some video editing software, so hopefully we get a better intro and get a better flow to the video, and we can hopefully produce a little bit more better quality videos for you guys. Just a little bit about me. I'm a lifelong Leicester City fan. You know, we had a fantasy season in 2016. I don't know what else you could call it. It was a fairy tale. It's amazing season for us. But in terms of Football Manager, I've been playing with Leicester City for 5 years now, so got the ins and the outs of Football Manager, and hopefully we can bring you some really good scouted potential players. If my editing software is right, the list should be coming down at about this point somewhere, and that will be repeated at the end of the video and also in the description and the comment section. So please don't forget to subscribe and give us a like, please. Thank you. And this is our first player, Mr. LEVI FAUSTINO, plays for FC Porto B. He initially, when I first scouted this player using a different scout, he had a rating of 4.5 star, but on this one he's actually for some reason been scouted at 3.5 star. But you can check and see on your game what he comes out at. But he's extremely cheap at 600k. He's very low wages. He's got potential to be a ball playing defender. I mean, he's got the basics. If you can get those main stats up to 15, he could be a very useful signing. I mean, depending on what potential they put him in your game, he could be a very, very good defender. Let's look at the second player on our list. His name is MUJAID SADICK. He is a central defender who also can play as a right back. He's 19 years old. He's Spanish, so he will be a EU national. He has actually some fantastic defending stats. So he's got a heading of 16, currently marking of 14, tackling of 14, a first touch of 12, so he can play as a ball playing defender. He's got 16 decisions, he's got 14 determination, 14 agility, 12 jumping reach, 12 work rate. Could be a very, very good player. He's only 19 years old. He has a current ability of 2 star, and he has a potential ability of 4 star, but in one of my other games he had a 4.5 star potential, so this guy can be a world-class player. He's going to cost £2.5 million, and his wages will be between 11 and 15k. He's potentially a player you can bring in, put him in straight into your team. At £2.5 million, he's really a bargain, and he's a steal. One of the better players, and definitely one of the cheapest Wonderkids on the game. Let's move on to number 3. And one thing I like about this fellow is his determination. He's got 19 determination, so he can bring all of these stats up around him. He's got a determined personality. He would be setting you back £3 million, and he has estimated wage of 7 to 10k. Overall, £3 million is a bargain if you can get him in your team. Definitely one for the future. This is our player number 3, BRUNO AMIONE. This young central defender is 17 years old. He is an Argentinian national. One thing you need to be careful of if you're playing in European leagues is he will need a work permit, or possibly you can send him to an affiliate club to earn a work permit or a second nationality. He's very young. The good thing about this chap, he has got some potential, even though his stats are a bit lower than the previous player. He has got a 4.5 star potential, so he has got the ability to be a world-class player. He's currently operating on 2-star ability, so he's working on a championship level. Player number 4. This is player number 4, JOSKO GVARDIOL. He's a Croatian player and he's 17 years old and he has an abundance of potential ability. He could be, this is a world-class player. This player could develop into a world-class player. He's got great potential to be a ball-playing defender. He's got 10 dribbling, 11 first touch. One thing I like about this player, he's got excellent determination and excellent work rate. When you get those two in combination, you'll find that a player like this, his stats will go very quickly, even as a younger player. He's got excellent mentals. He's got all round. His physicals are great. His marking, heading, passing, tackling technique is excellent for his age. One of probably the best players on the list. This player will cost you 7 million pounds, and his wages will be around 8 to 10k. Even though it says 32 to 45, it's still, this is the facts that I'm giving you are based upon actual contracts that were offered to these players, and you'll be looking at 8 to 10k, 7 million. Definitely worth getting in your team. Top draw, top quality, world-class player. Player number 5, LORENZO PIROLA. This is an interesting player because I had him scouted probably 6 months after. Basically, my scouting lasted for about 6 months to try and find Wonderkids. However, when I've restarted the game and scouted this player from the very beginning, it looks like he has. You would probably be able to approach to sign him with a compensation of 925k and a wage demand of 2.2 to 3k. He is actually a 4.5 star rated potential player, so he could be world class, but currently he's a way off from a first team player. He's definitely one for a youth team, but if you can get him at 925k, that would be an absolute steal. However, if you're later in the game, he will cost around 8 million with a wage of 3 to 4k, but still for somebody who has the potential to be world class. I mean, he's got a tackling of 14 at the age of 17, so I mean, you could see these stats going up quite a fair bit. Italian, so fully EU national. That covers LORENZO PIROLA. Player number 6, LEONIDAS STERGIou, 17-year-old Swiss national, currently playing for FC St. Gallen and wanted by a host of clubs like Chelsea, Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, FC Bayern Munich, which gives you a good indication that he is going to be a top prospect. 4.5 star potential, currently operating with 2-star Sky Bet League 1. Let's have a quick look at his stats. Generally seems like an all-round decent mentals, decent physicals, decent defending. With the potential, he could improve vastly. In terms of his cost, you would be looking at 8 million with wages of around 15 to 20k per week. Definitely one for the future, definitely one to look out for. and with those clubs chasing him, I think it's a no-brainer. Player number 7, Evan Ndika, currently playing for Eintracht Frankfurt, 19 years old. He's a French, so he would be EU. Very impressed with his current ability. Definitely somebody who can play for a Premiership team. Has got a great height, 192, so he'd be excellent in the box, scoring goals on attack. Good jumping reach, good pace, good tackling, decent physicals, decent mentals. I mean, very good physicals, decent mentals, decent defensive attributes. Can play as a ball-playing defender. He was scouted at 4-star, but on previous saves I have seen him being scouted at 4.5-star potential. This chap here will cost you, he'd cost around about 11 million, and his wage demands would be around 50 to 60k per week. For a first team player for a Premier League team, that's very reasonable. Player number 8, BECIR OMERAGIC, who is a Swiss national, currently playing for FC Zurich, valued at 800k, very young at 17 years old, with bags of potential, world class potential at 4.5-star, very few cons, a lot of pros on the scout report. Very all-rounded player, can play as a ball-playing defender, would probably need improvement in his first touch and his dribbling for that. However, for him to leave FC Zurich or depart FC Zurich, you would be looking at a fee of £11 million with the wages of between 20 to 25k. But not somebody you could put in your first team straight away, however, if you want a Premiership level, but it's somebody who could be playing on the Championship level for £11 million. Bags of potential, definitely worth keeping an eye on or bringing in for your youth team. Player number 9, Joe Rodden, or Roden, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He's 21 years old, has some very decent stats, a lot of room for improvement as we can see from his potential. He's got the potential to be a 4.5-star player, so possibly world-class player, but he would need some improvement straight away. Very few cons, a lot of pros on his scout report. One of the reasons we put him in this video is because he's homegrown at club and homegrown for nation, which is a requirement for some of the European competitions such as the Champions League and UEFA Europa League. As a player, he's probably just a little bit off a Premier League level. However, that is something that could improve. I'm not 100% sure how much it would cost, but you'd be looking at probably around about £15 million for this player, with a wage demand of probably between 35 and 45k. But somebody with potential, somebody who is homegrown, which is something different from this list. Player number 10 on our list is IBRAHIM KONATE, currently playing for Red Bull Leipzig. He's French, he's 20 years old, and he's the player with the highest current ability on this list. As you can see, his ability is, I would say, that of about a 3.5-star solid centre-back playing for one of the top 4 teams in the country, in the Premier League. He'd definitely be able to fit in that kind of role. He's got bags of potential ability. He's 5-star rated, very few cons, loads of pros. In fact, one of his attributes is he's 192 centimeters tall, so he's very tall. Great jumping reach, great pace, great strength, great balance, bravery, excellent tackling, good technique, good passing, good marking. This player looks like a beast. And for you to get him from Leipzig, you'd be looking at 14.5 million. For a Premier League or top Premier League, for a top level defender, I would say a 14.5 million is an absolute steal. It's got all the basics of a world beater. His wages would be in the region of 50 to 66k. Your board would be very happy if you bought this player into the team. Player number 11 on our list is ZINHO VANHEUSDEN. Plays for Standard Liège. Used to play for Inter. Valued at 9 million. He's a Belgium, so will be a EU national. As very all-round type of performer. He's somebody you could possibly retrain as a defensive midfielder or deep line playmaker. Has great flair and determination. And in terms of potential, he's somebody that's rated at a 4-star potential. However, when I did on my previous save, he was rated at 4.5 star, and he's 19 years old. You would be looking at 18 million for this player, and his wages would be between 22 to 30k per week. Definitely worth considering. Player number 12 and the last player on our list, Mr. Denis Popov, currently playing for Dynamo Kiev, valued at 1.1 million, wanted on loan by one of a local club probably. The reason why we brought you this player is because he is a 5-star potential defender. He has a lot of cons though. Number one being poor technique, very one-footed. But he is very brave and he has got some decent pros. In terms of his stats, he's somebody who could play on a Premier League level. I think that's without a shadow of a doubt. He might struggle as a ball-playing defender, but he would definitely need improvement in technique and concentration, probably anticipation. However, he's got bags of potential. He's going to be an expensive player. This player you'd be looking at 19 million, so probably not the best in the world. Wages of between 27 to 36k, and he will not be an EU national, so you would need a work permit for him. However, it's possibly worth keeping an eye on him. Maybe contractual obligations or a new contract, you might be able to get him a little bit cheaper than the 19 million. But definitely a wonder kid, definitely a lot of potential there. That brings us to the end of the video. I hope it's an improvement from my first two videos. If you've actually watched them, they're pretty poor. The noise was awful, the webcam was awful. This one's a little bit better. Hopefully I'll be trying to produce a little bit more better content, and if you've got any ideas or if you've got any suggestions, please let me know. Please leave a like, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll definitely reply to it. Thank you very much for watching, and it's been my pleasure.